and we have prepared ourselves meticulously. And this is the house that I got them, and including there's so many stuffs inside here. And due to the fact that this kind of house, it's not that it's a bad house, but the problem that we're going to be encountering is it's having so much of the dust. And that dust is the one that is making this kind of the jiggers to multiply and get them not affected or so affectious to this kind of the people. So this way I got them, and you can now see this kind of the house here it is. And we're going to be checking everywhere. We're going to be spraying everywhere, including the walls. And also after spraying all the walls, we have to understand how this kind of the house will be, as we're going to be getting some of the top masons. I don't want the people going to be coming here to talk about, oh, Gintu, I came there, I'm affected with this kind of the jiggers again. No, I want to prepare this kind of the way and spray it very fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
But no problem, they're not coming today.
They're not coming today.
Yes.
Yeah. As you're going to be getting everything to be in touch. So you're going to be closing it up.
Closing now, it up.
Yeah, man. You have to shake?
I've already stirred.
Oh, you have already stirred. You have to shake it before use.
Yeah, I've already
exactly.
stirred.
It is also applying to the ladies. They have to shake it before use. Fantastic. So turn it around. Fantastic. So already we have Lucas the Traveler, because he deals with animals, so he has to be so punctual about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Preparation. Is it working? Have you checked? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, start from here. Start from here, man. No, let's go. No, let's go inside. Yeah, that's the disinfect a little bit from outside here. And this is where I got Mr. Magabo sitting at the first day. Yeah, he was ever sitting at this kind of the position here. So start with inside, then we'll come outside. Wow, it's so smelling, eh?
Yeah, it smells.
Exactly. So guys, you disinfect as you get in. That will be so fantastic. Exactly. That way. That way. Get in, get in. Inside is now, hey, only God knows. Guys, the good fact about this is the hospital, there's a time they went to the hospital, then the hospital management, it sent much of the people to come here and disinfect this kind of the house. But the people who came to spray that kind of the chemicals, they were affected again with this kind of the jiggers. Guys, after all the crinkums of the day that has already evolved here, as we have just been encountering much of the wild from this kind of the family, and what I can say is I've got another solution, because what we are trying to help is not the parents. We are trying to help the children to come out from this kind of the mess. Now, what if again they're going to be getting back to that position, because this kind of the parents, they know what they did until they became what they are. Again, Ayub coming here to cry, and even right now he goes to the kitchen and asks about, hey mom, add me a soup please, add me some tea. And right now Ayub is working. Even right now I've just come with a motorbike. They know how I always ride the motorbike. He had already rushed to outside to come and see me. He had been already oriented onto it. Now getting them back to the same condition. What I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be finding the best solution of getting them to the orphanage. This kind of the children. I don't want this kind of the people to know. Let them, if they're going to be suffering, let them suffer as parents. But this kind of the children should be just taken and evacuated from them, so they can just be helped from the orphanages. And it will be the best way or the best key for us to deal with them perpendicular in a way that it will bring, again, you can imagine again getting to the same house. Yes, it will be plastered, it will be flowed. And what about again, they're going to be having the same problem. The character, they are being tearing. Talk about the mom is even walking with a matchbox in a way that she has burnt even the husband's clothing. She started with shoes. Talk about, we have been preventing buying some of the clothings. Look at how she's tearing all the clothes. It means that the mom and the father, they know themselves. The father cannot stop her. So they know themselves, and they're going to be dealing with themselves. And they're going to be making sure, going to be getting this kind of the children out of this kind of the wildism that is spreading. Let them stay out from this kind of the people, and they will just be helped. Like, we are not going to be checking it again. Like going to the same house and bringing Ayub here again to be teared talk about to be pressed, this kind of the things, and they're crying like something else. People gonna be crying here like something else here, and we talk about, okay, are we doing something? So at this kind of the time, we're gonna be talking about, we'll never be at that kind of the episode talk about, okay, let us be breaking up and talk about, okay, we're gonna be, no, let us deal with it the way it comes. If it's gonna be dealing with the children, let's deal with the children and leave this kind of the two parents. Let them be the way they are. If we're going to be finishing the house, God knows. If we don't, they will strive to make it happen to the same house we're going to be taking them. Because right now, I'm still on the process to request for 2 days only so as I can just evacuate them. Because the management is talking about begin to let them get out from here with an immediate effect. What are we going to be doing at this kind of the time? It's in the evening, 6 in the evening. Am I going to look? Nobody needs them to rent. Nobody needs them at this kind of the time. What am I going to do at this kind of so I'm gonna be stressing myself for nothing. Let me go do the house, and after finishing the house, to plaster it a bit, not even like this rough plaster. And after finishing the rough plaster, I put the floor and evacuate them on Monday to that kind of the position. And the other things will just follow its own course. If you're going to be getting this kind of the children to the orphanage, and it will be so fantastic at that kind of the time. So keep it tuned. I'm going to be back to you after finding all the things and how you can be coming out to understand how this kind of the program going to be getting. Keep it tuned. Coming back to you in a short while. Hello, beautiful folks, wherever you are. Welcome back. Hello, internet, wherever you are coming from. Today, a bit you can now see we have prepared ourselves to make sure that everything gonna be coming out so effective, and you can now see much of the people coming from Magebo's house talk about the Jiggers family. This is the same spot that I came the first day, and I got the terribleness that was around this kind of the area. And what I can say at this kind of the moment is we have some of the Jiggers. Much of the people have never understood what are these kind of the Jiggers, what are they, how are they, and what are they caused with, so they can just come to interfere with our lives. This kind of the chemical is very highly concentrated, and I want to be making sure I'm going to be masking myself so I cannot affect my respiratory system at this kind of the time. So what I can say is I have Mr. Magabo at this kind of the area, and yesterday we had much of the mayhem, much of the misery that was conducted at the hospital, where we have catered for Magebo's family so they can just get there so good and also heal. After healing, we have seen much of the negative impact that is protruding from such kind of the space, in a way that the woman is now becoming wild. She's now becoming untouchable, in a way that she's now operating like she is now the owner of everything. She knows everything, in a way that she's now she was even demolishing, she was even not understanding whatever somebody can speak out, because we were at the management. When we talked about when I came and I found them here, I decided to take them to the hospital the same day, but they refused. Then I said that what I doing is to make sure that I'm going to be getting to the police station and get the police here so they can just get the woman and also the father and the whole family, get them to the hospital, not understanding what was the impact, what was formulated, what was the causative agent up to when they reached at that kind of the spot. I never understood that kind of the history, but what I needed is to make sure that this kind of the family, the children were the most affected people. Like you can imagine a child, like a lady, she's affected in terms of even the private parts are affected with the Jiggers. It was so traumatizing, so disgusting, in a way that even I felt like, what if this gonna be like my sister? She's gonna be like my daughter. She's gonna be like somebody who I know. It will be so traumatizing. Much of the people, this is a road that's passing here, and it's just cutting across, but much of the people, they know this is a space whereby the Jiggers have affected this kind of the whole area, but nobody can even attempt to get her or his own legs coming to this kind of the side. Why? It's because they know they are multiplying, and it can affect, or it can just get to your hands or legs and interfere with your fingers, and which causing this kind of we can call it the fly or the fleas that are always affected there. So this kind of the house, it was mostly affected with, or it was highly congested with the dust, whereby this kind of the multiplication of this kind of the Jiggers family, they like such kind of the condition of dusty, and that's why they were subjecting themselves inside there, because the first time they were treated in a way that they were taken to one of a facility which is a government facility in called Nyamaharaga. At that kind of the spot, when they went to that kind of a facility, they were taken with the police, and they were just taken as a whole family, and they were subjected there. And when they reached there, they were being cut like meat, so they can just be the Jiggers could just be exposed out and getting or be terminated from their legs. And when they were cut, they feared such kind of a facility in a way that they were talking about, again, are we going to be getting to the same facility to be cut the way we were cut? Children are crying like something else, including the woman who was telling the doctors, why can't you even kill, or why can't you delete this kind of the young boys or the young lady, talk about the children they were having, so they cannot hear such kind of the voice coming out, because you are traumatized or you are getting it not well when you can have a son or a kid, whatever you are, and the kid is now crying very terrible, like you could hear like, why can't you even delete this kind of the people and get out from this kind of the position, which is not the relevant. When they were taken back, they were gotten back here to the same house that they were removed from, whereby they never disinfected this kind of the house, and it was subjected to the same Jiggers family that they left them here, because when you are sitting somewhere, they tend to go down or they tend to fall down, and some of them you carry them. So when you tend to go at a far age, some of them that remained are many than the ones that are here. So which is causing much of the things. Whenever now they were returned back, they came to the same position. And again, those kind of the Jiggers family again attacked onto them. Then another person saw them and they called the police again. Why are they affected the same position? They were taken to the same hospital that they are, and they were catered for that kind of the position with a nurse called Nasi, village nurse. And again, they were a bit bisected, and it was a bit good. And they healed when they came out from there, like 3 days. Then they came back to the same house, whereby when I came to the third time to rescue them, I knew that I will change their own legacy in a way that the homestead, I'll change it into another thing. And at that kind of the rate, I can compare it and talk about when I took them, I told them that I'm going to be getting you out of this kind of the house, get to the hospital, disinfect the house, make it properly, then they come back. They refused, and I went the first day. It rained cat and dogs that day, and it rained the hailstones. Then I never succeeded to come back the same day. Then I came the following day. When I came, I found the mom. She was telling Mr. Magabo, who is the father, that, oh, I cannot go to the hospital. You understand what they did for us, and I cannot go there. Because the second time when they went to this kind of the hospital, it was only Mr. Magabo and the son, who is Ayub. But the mom and the young, talk about the young daughter, they had vanished. They were not around. They were in Tanzania. So when they came back again, they came and got this kind of the people they have healed. And this kind of the house was disinfected with the hospital management. But when those kind of the people again, they came from Tanzania, which is the mom and the daughter, they again came inside there, and again, multiplication started again. That's where now I got them and I rescued them from here. And the second day, when I came now to take them to the hospital, they refused that, oh, Gintu, go and disinfect the house, leave us here, and nobody has pressurized you to take us. But I talked about this kind of the parents. They are not our initiative. They are not our project. Let us initiate of taking this kind of the young children out of this kind of the home. Even if I said it that day, like, if they don't want them, the parents, they don't want to go to the hospital, I decided that let me take this kind of the young children to the hospital. That was my main aim. So as if the parents are going to be denying it, I'm going to be talking about, let me take the children. So I went to the police office and I reported and talked about, okay, we know them. Let's go and check. When we arrived here, we found the mom has already vanished with the young daughter, because she was talking about, again, I cannot go to the hospital to be bisected again. So we got her when we were searching for her. We got her like a kilometer from here already, and she was having jiggers. So it was like she was walking with much of the clothing onto the and talk about onto her feet, which was a bit traumatizing to us in terms of that kind of the position she was, and carrying the baby onto the back, and the baby is crying, affected the jiggers, including the private part, who are suffering the most. And when now we got her with the police officers, I initiated and took them to the hospital. Then I came and I got the father, and the father got him here, and I talked about the woman has accepted to go to the hospital. hospital. So also you accompany me, we go to the hospital. He allowed me to go. Then we went there, then they were subjected into the immediate operation. Talk about immediate services of the hospital in terms of the treatment. Then they were treated, and I initiated, because I am one of the people who understand how the hospital management is, and I talked to the management, and they said about, oh, Gintu, we can keep them here as they heal, and I decided to come and remain this kind of the house to make it proper. And at that kind of the point, much of the people talking about, oh no, Gintu, did they have their home? They have a plot. When I went to their plot, I found that that kind of the plot, it had been taken with much of the family members because of the condition they were, because they cannot go and weed, they cannot do anything to produce their own stuffs like food or whatever they could just produce. But I talked about, what am I going to do at this kind of the time? I decided that, okay, let me have a contribution, like a GoFundMe for them to make sure they're going to be building them a house, which is a permanent. When I went to the plot that they are living, I found that somebody can lease at 100 shillings, a plot at 100 shillings. I was just traumatized. Is this the normal condition that we're going to be talking about, or it's just the talk about the condition they are maybe affected with the jiggers and that kind of the little problem? That's why people are going to be taking advantage. So at that kind of the rate, I took it to a further point of now starting the construction to their own site. Then after there, I now talked about, okay, let me go now and negotiate with the hospital about this kind of the bills, how I'm going to be paying this kind of the bills, or how am I going to do this kind of the things to come out in a way that I was given 15 days to the hospital, and I will pay 10,000 per each head. And up to now, I've paid 10,000 in a way by I have a debt of 30,000, which is a deficit that I'm going to be having, or to pay at that kind of the facility at this kind of the time. So after the 15 days they reached, they talked about again too, we need money, we need money. They have pressurized me up to right now. They're pressurizing still, talking about we need money so as they can just cater for them, because they eat, they stay, they do whatever. So this kind of the money we are raising a bit to contribute for the house, a bit, you could talk about, we're going to be getting them subjected to a cup, so they can just make sure they're going to be getting them to the hospital. So at that kind of the rate, now they have healed completely. He's here, Mr. Magavu, can just see how he is. He is healed. And at this kind of the moment, now the mom has healed. Again, there's something that has come out, evolving, in a way that she's now mentally confused or mentally challenged. Now she is distracting the property of the child. I'll talk about the property of the hospital. She doesn't need anybody. She's becoming wild in a way that you cannot pass where she is. And she's tying the daughter like, you think about, it's a cow that's going to be slaughtered in a, talk about maybe in a butchery or whatever, in a slaughterhouse, in a way that up to the neck, they have been tied. And I think about yesterday when I went there, then she was about to run, because right now she has healed. The legs have healed. Now she can run like a safari rally, and you cannot get her. And if the first time that I came to look for her, she ran and she was having the jiggers, and we got her 1 kilometer from here. What about she has healed right now? She will run like something else. And you think about like when you're going to be slaughtering a cow or a goat and maybe a chicken, and alternatively, it gets out of you. My friend, you cannot get it. That's how this kind of the lady was happening to be. In that kind of the manner, I decided to talk about, let me not have much of the chaos, because I cannot pay the window paints, I cannot pay for the distracted properties, I cannot pay for the hospital bills, I cannot pay for the food, I cannot pay for the medical. I'll die. How am I going to operate that kind of the things? I've decided without leaving them, because they cost much of the traumatization, that kind of the facility in terms of mayhem. So I decided to come back to this kind of the house that they were. So as without having much of the things to operate on, how to do this or how to do that, I've already brought this kind of the sand here. And also the cement is going to be coming here that we bought for the construction of their house. So as we can plaster this house and put a floor, as they're going to be staying here, it will be at least done the way it could be talking about, okay, this kind of the house, they list it. Mumepanga hapa, si ndio? Shilingi ngapi per month?
Kwa mwezi
300 shillings per month. So that's the money. So you can compare 300 per month and paying to the hospital, because the hospital management is talking about 1,500 a day. So it means that per 10 days, we are at 15,000. Is it correct? So at a month, we will be in a 45,000. Is it? So 45,000 per month, and compared to this 300 per month. So I've decided, let us come back plaster this house and let them come stay here. We're going to be purchasing some beds. Whoever going to be voluntary, talking about Gintu, we are at the same page. We are the same course. Let us operate here. Let us buy some beds and some mattresses so they can just operate from here. I don't think if foodstuffs, I think ready prepared food stuff will be necessary for them because unajua kupika. Unajua kupika. Unaweza wapikia. Ama tutakuja tupate vyombo zinachomeka hapa nje. Kama nguo zinachoma. I'm asking if we are buying new clothes. New. And whenever you go there, they have already been made like strides. Talk about like ropes. So what about the utensils? We'll get them, maybe the knife, it has done the operation because the woman is now mentally, psychologically not stable. We'll find even the knives are doing the necessary, where they can just do. Because right now she's tying the daughter like something else. You'll think about it is a drum that's going to be hit in a party. Because even you see the neck is necking. You see the leg are legging. So what is the necessary here? So we talk about this is a little bit of the affectious thing that we want to be protecting here. So the husband now, the problem we have the husband here. Wewe mbona uwezi kumkataza asifanye hii?
Hata kama ukimkataza bado utamkataza, anaweza kubali eti kama ni kufunga mtoto labda ameacha. Ukienda shughuli zako kirudi, bado amemfunga vile vile.
Na ukimweka wo?
Ukimweka wo bado ni yale yale.
Bado ni yale yale. So even if you beat her,
hiyo ni shida yenye ako nayo.
Na nikuulize, leo nataka utuambie, shida ni gani? What's the problem between you and her and the children? Kwa sababu watoto hawana hatia. The children, they don't have any kind of the miscellaneous things to do with the parents. Maybe the parents, they know what they did from the past. What is interfering with them, they know themselves. But now what is interfering here, it's whereby now the children are the mostly affected people. And that's why I said even yesterday, if it's going to be possible, I'm going to be taking the children to the children's office so they can just be dealt with. So as the parents like Magavo and the wife, they will sit on themselves, cucumberize themselves again, because that's the only thing they can do already right now, because now they know what's the problem and encountering themselves. And they're now getting it to the children. And the children, they don't have anything to do with this kind of the things. Children are just, how can I call it? They don't have anything to do with whatever they did in their past. And we are now subjecting the children into a mayhem. This kind of the people, they are just, their faith is still low. But what now the parents did, I don't know. And that's what we talk about. These are spiritual. Even if you talk about spiritual, praying for this kind of the people, even if we pray for them, my friend, yes, Magabo is a bit, he can work. He always come to my construction, his construction that we are doing. But now the wife is now the problem. And getting her to a psychiatric person who's going to be dealing with her own psychology, it's so expensive. Getting her to a rehab, so expensive also. But if we can just get a well-wisher, because right now I'm doing something like Good Samaritan. I'm serving a Good Samaritanism here. And let then the Good Samaritan not be affected. Because even yesterday, it was a war. I got beaten. Even right now, even the hand is still handing here because the tooths are here. 2 teeth. She bit me here, man, yesterday. And it was like now, when you're going to be interfering again with the Good Samaritan, who's going to be helping you? Nobody is responsible. Nobody gonna be coming out talk about I have asked, and that's the fact. I have asked from talk about not even to the town, outside town of Nyaboanse. Please, can I have this kind of a room for this kind of, who are the people? Mr. Magavo, the Jiggers family, please. I don't have you to distract my properties. I don't want them. That's what everybody's talking about. Even if the house is cheaper, even if you're going to be increasing the rent, you personally, that let them stay here, it will never work. Completely, I'm telling you, it will never work. Why? Because the woman is used, because the previous time they have been renting the house, even do you understand that they had a house? Where we are constructing a house, there was a house. And what happened to that house? They dug tunnels inside that house, including the house falling. And that is now what people are fearing. Like, are they going to be coming to my house and dig tunnels? You think about they're going to be doing a money heist. They're going to be getting a tunnel and go and steal something and come back. You think about that they're like now rats. They're going to be running inside the tunnel and coming back. So it was so traumatizing to much of the people. They say that they will demolish their houses. And I've seen, when they have stayed here for a while, they have done nothing to this house. So I think their hearts and their souls are lying here. So let me do this kind of the house, finish it, and let them stay here as I'm gonna be doing the other project of the construction of their house more meticulously. From the position they will be migrating to this country. I was given 2 days to evacuate them from the hospital because the management is fed up with what they're doing. In terms of you cannot now start destructing the properties, burning whatever is there. Who gave her the matchbox? Nobody knows. Where did she get a matchbox? She's now burning clothes one on one, and you cannot go there to tell her leave it or don't do it. You will see fire without smoke. You will be lit, you personally. So it's something like they have cost something like talk about people, whoever, even the patients who are in the hospital, they cannot come to the side that they are living because they talk about, oh, I can get the woman is wild. I can get some nankos there, and what can happen? Whom are you going to cry to? And why did you go there? And who sent you to that position? So it will be like we are causing to the hospital again to lose much of the patients who are offering them to make sure that the facility moves on. And we don't want to reach there. We don't have that kind of much money to pay for everything here and there. So that's why we've decided to come back at this kind of the course, rest our courses here, and talk about this. We're going to be coming. Uko sawa tukirudi hapa?
Yeah.
You are good to go?
Yeah.
The husband is the head of the family. Whatever woman will talk about, we will tie her and we will deal with her perpendicularly in a way that we can just subject her to the police office. So she is ever fearing the police officers. And I think about even getting the children out of them, it will be that way. We will have to take her somewhere and take the children. So they can just make sure that, because even Ayub is a small boy and he's a brilliant boy. And is now acting like is now becoming good, and even the body is coming. Even he has healed. And Ayub is the only son who is running from whenever the mom is talking about, oh, Ayub, come here, I tie you. Ayub is outside. He always run out. And that mom now feels like, why is Ayub acting that way? Because she started talking about, oh, we have rented in that kind of the hospital, and some of the nurses are coming who are so pretty, and Mr. Magabu is now looking at the nyashes. So such kind of the stuff, the way you're going to be talking about here. So the woman knows what she's doing. And are you interested with the nurses there? Unaonaje wale manasi wako fit? Wako sawa? Okay. Mr. Magabu is so actually a little bit, guys. That's the nature. Eh? So sometimes you can see whenever I said this kind of the story once, like if you go to a certain position, like the way we are here, we subjected, we be put at the same house like the house Mr. Magabu is living. Then we are told, or somebody like me, I will be told, Saugintu, these are the family you're going to be catering for. Maybe those kind of the people are going to be taken care of. There are mothers, or talk about mothers of 70s and above. You get 70, 75, 78, up to 8 or 90. Do you know that whenever I'm just rotating there, I'm eating, I'm satisfied. I'll talk about, but this of 75, she's looking pretty than these ones that are here. Because there's no, you cannot go out. You have been subjected there for like 3 months. My friend, you will select this one here. Looks awesome. Even if she's 70 or 80, you think about this is more different than others. That's the nature of a man. So to Mr. Magavu here, he has, now the stomach is full. Now he's checking out, hey, this kind of the nurse is coming, the nurse is booming. I wish I knew my wife could be having the one. So that's the nature of a man. We have to, so the woman is now complaining. And let me take them back to this kind of the position. Maybe that's what is causing her to be wild. Like Mr. Magavu now is looking at the ladies in third eye. And sometimes Mr. Magavu is also in the construction. He's not always in the hospital. Maybe it's one thing that are making her to be wild a bit and talk about maybe how the things are coming. And that's the nature. So whenever we're going to be coming here, we'll see if we're going to be supporting us, support us, whatever small we're going to be having, to buy a mattress, to buy a bed, and also some 2-3 utensils, and also get them to this kind of the position as Magabu will be taking the course. He will now be in the catering and accommodation practices to make sure that he's going to be making it happen. He's the man. He has to deal with it. If we see it persists, we're going to be grabbing the sons and the daughter out of them. And that is the factual thing that we're going to be coming out at this kind of the point. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to be back to you in a short while after checking how the things are coming out. And this is the beginning. Welcome back, it's Underscore Gintu, back again to the root of today. It's one-on-one live, and we are back to the same house that I promised you. Today is today, and tomorrow gonna be another day. So today we have talk about this kind of the knapsack sprayer. And also we have my friend here is called Lucas the Traveler. Hi, man.
I'm very fine.
Everything is nice?
Everything's fantastic.
So we have some of the chemicals here.
Yeah.
We're going to be dealing with this kind of the house perpendicularly per unit time. Eh?
Yeah, sure.
And we're going to be spraying much of the chemicals here. And we sort it out, talk about this kind of the jiggers. We're going to be dealing with them perpendicularly right now as we're going to be speaking here. So already we are just putting everything in concern. And also I have to mask myself also. And make sure that hold that one. Exactly. I'm part of the program to run it coming out, and also we have some of the gloves here. Gonna be dealing with the gloves perpendicularly here also, as the work should continue as per the way we have just realized how the things are gonna be coming. Eh? We have the surgical gloves. I hope this is this way. It was just a matter of the time I was not even capable of doing this kind of the work, but I could be the best. But in terms of cows, could be the best. When in terms of dealing with the cows which are pregnant, could be the best. But due to unconditional circumstances of how the life is, even the people who are just wearing this kind of the stuffs here, and you see a doctor wearing sure when it comes to emergency, but no problem. We sort it out exactly. So everything is so nice. So already protected, and also her, also him. He has to make sure that he's gonna be protecting himself, and she's gonna be starting this kind of the work immediately. So we have an knapsack sprayer there, and we have some of talk about the chemicals that we're gonna be using here. It's called a Carol disinfectant fluid. How do you use this one here?
Actually, that one I'm going to use small. I'm not going to use all of it.
Why can't you use a large quantity so as we can?
I'm going to use a large quantity, but
so,
not all of it.
Okay.
Yes.
So as we have to disinfect this kind of the stuff here.
Also, we mixed it too.
There's a stuff another, or there's another one.
We put it there, but you see, the
Oh.
water has already changed.
Okay, it's a eliminator.
Yeah.
It's called eliminator.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see some of the stuffs here. So guys, we are protecting ourselves to this kind of the position, and we handle this kind of the matter once and for all here. And already I can now see in this kind of the knapsack sprayer, already we have it mixed here. It's looking like creamy, and we're gonna be getting inside. This is the packing. And I'm told that even outside here, it's a bit of a problem, because we might be having the jiggers outside here also. And talk about we should be so punctual whenever we're going to be getting in. So already we have this kind of the sand. It's already coming here. So you can just deal with this kind of the house immediately. And this is one tuk-tuk has already arrived. And I think about going to be having 2 of them coming, or 3. So you can just sort this kind of the work tomorrow once and for all. You know, even if it's today, we're going to be looking if we're going to be getting somebody who is so relevant at this kind of the position to handle it. So you can now see they're just pressing to make sure you're going to be getting inside here. That's how it's coming out.
No, I should make another hole, but
no, that's enough. You have
that's
to.
enough. It will kill, despite it is smelling.
It's
Smelling.
oh, it's smelling.
Yes.
Okay.
But no problem. They're not coming today.
They're not coming today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to make
Another hole.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pick someone here.
Exactly. As is just mixing some of the chemicals there, and we have prepared ourselves meticulously. And this is the house that I got them, and including there's so many stuffs inside here. And due to the fact that this kind of the house, it's not that it's a bad house, but the problem that we're going to be encountering is it's having so much of the dust. And that dust is the one that is making this kind of the jiggers to multiply and get them not affected or so affectious to this kind of the people. So this way I got them, and you can now see this kind of the house here it is. And we're going to be checking everywhere. We're going to be spraying everywhere, including the walls. And also after spraying all the walls, we have to understand how this kind of the house will be, as we're going to be getting some of the top masons. I don't want the people going to be coming here to talk about, oh, Gintu, I came there, I'm affected with this kind of the jiggers again. No, I want to prepare this kind of the way and spray it very fantastic, as we're going to be getting everything to be in touch. So we're going to be closing it up.
I'm closing now it up.
Yeah, man. You have to shake?
I've already stirred.
Oh, you have already stirred. You have to shake it before use.
Yeah, I've already
exactly.
stirred.
It is also applying to the ladies. They have to shake it before use. Eh? Fantastic. So turn it around. Fantastic. So already we have Lucas the Traveler, because he deals with animals, so he has to be so punctual about it. Eh?
Yeah.
Exactly. Preparation. Is it working? Have you checked? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, start from here. Start from here, man. No, let's go. No, let's go inside. Yeah, just disinfect a little bit from outside here. And this is where I got Mr. Magabo sitting at the first day. Yeah, he was ever sitting at this kind of the position here. So start with inside, then we'll come outside. Wow, it's so smelling, eh?
Yeah, it's smelling.
Exactly. So guys, you disinfect as you get in. That will be so fantastic. Exactly. That way. That way. Get in. In is now, inside is now, hey, only God knows. Guys, the good fact about this is the hospital, there's a time they went to the hospital, then the hospital management, it sent much of the people to come here and disinfect this kind of the house. But the people who came to spray that kind of the chemicals, they were affected again with this kind of the jiggers. And they told me that, oh, Gintua cannot go back there. The hospital denied that they will not come here because much of the people are fearing this kind of the jiggers. So I've looked for the perfect way for us to handle it in a way that I've searched for Lucas the Traveler, because he does this kind of the works in terms of animals, and he's a vet, so he understands this kind of the jobs more meticulous. That's why we're going to be disinfecting this kind of the house the way it is here. Yeah. Spray it meticulously. All the walls everywhere. They were sleeping here. This is their sleeping position here. Here. Yeah. This is the sleeping position here.
About this plate.
The plates, we're gonna be burning them.
Nothing is going to remain here.
Exactly, nothing. Spray everywhere. The chemical is very toxic and it's very choking. The chemical is very choking. Hey. You might die inside there, but that's nature. We have some of the masks here, and it's very nice, and they're gonna be making it happen. As after he finished that kind of the work, I think we will be absolutely at a good position, relevant in a way that now we can just get them plastered. And after finishing the plaster, I have some of the people to call, so I can just hear if they can just be reliable at this kind of the position, as we're gonna be making it happen. Niko na moja. Unataka mask? Oh, to add a mask. Yeye ndo ako nazo. I hope iko hapa. Ama? Oh, diva. We need more masks here about. But he will just be posing. He will not stay inside there for long. Yeah, let him pause a bit and come out and a bit and do some other stuffs here. So guys, there's a bit of you understand this kind of the chemicals we are just using here. They are so toxic, eh? And isiko affect sana. Unapiga unatoka. Unaenda ndani pia. Huh? The boy is very sweating and it's just some 2 seconds he has gone inside there. Yeah, relax.
You have to relax.
Exactly.
Then enter inside.
Exactly. So that's the nature. So guys, the house now is inside here, guys. We are risking, but that's the nature we're gonna be doing, and we are helping the community to grow, and also we are helping the community to have many things to go on. Let's check. Emra. So that's the good effect that we're gonna be doing here, and I think you are about to finish inside here.
Yeah.
Getting to the bedroom.
Room is done.
Okay.
Okay, Magawa is coming.
Okay. Let's make it happen.
And kumulika for me. To light for me, the room is very dark.
Oh, the room is very dark. Exactly. Let's make it happen. At the bricks there, make sure the bricks also.
That's one I've wetted it very well. Yeah.
You have weathered it. Exactly. That's very natural. So, Magabo. Oi. Mambo vipi? Safi kabisa. Magabo is here and mambo iko namna gani? Kila kitu iko chonjo? Tumefika hapa bana.
Sasa. Mimi nimeletwa ripoti hospitalini ati sijui mnataka msakafie hapa.
tunataka tuweke hapo bana.
Sasa na hii sio yetu.
Asitu ni ya nani?
Si unajua nilikuwa nikilipa.
Ulikuwa unalipa? Sasa tabu iko wapi? Shilingi ngapi?
300 kwa mwezi.
Sasa hii siko sawa.
Sasa
Mimi hata nilikuwa nafikiri labda eti kama ni kuwezekana. Ungeweka hata karumu kamoja pale nyumbani.
Sasa hapo saa ngapi? Ile nyumba lazima iende yote mpaka juu.
Kwa hivyo si kuna maneno nimesikia eti sijui venye mlifanyana na mwanamke sijui nini.
Tukafanya naje na ile hali tuliambiwa.
Na amekuja nje.
Sasa eri tengenezwe kwa sababu hospitali sasa imesema Jumatatu haiwataki huko.
Kwa hivyo sasa kumbe si gana mangana ka bantu igawinye ntiri kwa.
Hapana. See it, iri inaendelea. Guys, much of the people already they are just bringing some of the rumors that I will not continue building their house. And what I can just talk about is Mr. Magabo is here. And how is everything, bro?
Yeah.
You are good?
Everything is okay.
Everything is okay.
Yeah.
So much of the people are just getting much of the rumors here. If it could be the rumors that I'm not going there, I could not come here. Singekuja hapa. In a way that hospitali ndio sasa iwataki. Juu alipasua vioo bana. Uliziona?
Mimi nilisikia.
Nataka niingia bedroom.
Yeah. So Magabo is here and yeye hapa nani?
Magabo.
Ama uko sawa? Zimeisha?
Ebu.
Sasa. Unatafuta kafie ndio alafu tulete huko. Sasa
ndio naendelea huko chini. Guys, let me say this kind of the thing once and for all is that we saw that it will be so good when we'll be taking them out of that kind of the hospital because we are given 2 days, which is today and tomorrow. And that's why we are just trying to make sure that this kind of the house is disinfected and also plastered. And we put, they talk about the floor. After doing that one, it will be at a safer position because I initiated the sister who brought us here, talk about Martha. And she said that, okay, that's nice if we're going to be making it happen. Like we're going to be getting this kind of the house in a proper way so as they cannot have much of the contaminations again. And that's what we are trying to make here. And also much of the people are going to be supporting talk about the Gintu. Let's continue with that kind of the house. It will be there and we'll continue that kind of the house and we'll just go forward. So we have taken that kind of the responsibility to come here with the same sand because we have the sand there and also have some cement there. We make it happen here first. Then whenever they're going to be coming to this kind of the house, because they already we have spilled and we have poured down the flour. Where are we going to be cooking from? So already we are told that, okay, we have to evacuate because of this kind of the misery that happened and the mayhem that happened yesterday. And talk about breaking much of the window panes and much more terrible things there. You understand the woman is a bit having the mentality is about having some unconditional circumstances. So we saw that without getting them out with nowhere to go or coming back to the same condition they were, let me disinfect it and also plaster it and put the floor. Then they'll stay here a bit when I will just checking on the other stuff. If somebody gonna be supporting them, talking about the Gintu are gonna be checking on them, it will be so fine whenever we're gonna be coming to their home and checking them because here they never dug this kind of the house the way it was. Mr. Magabo is telling me that they had leased this kind of the they were renting this kind of the house and they were charged 300 shillings per month. So it is good for 300 per month than going to that hospital because the hospital management they say that it will be 1,500 per day after paying that 30,000. So here 300 and compared to 1,500 per day, which is 15,000 per month and 300 per month. Let us come here, let's plaster this and we migrate them to this kind of the house and other things will just follow its own course. So imekuwa
nani nimeweka vizuri.
Ami imebaki walls. Pia kwa ukuta zinakuanga? Zinakuanga chini?
Hata zimeenda.
Okay.
Outside here.
Okay. Ama hapa nje hivi. Magabo was ever sitting outside here. Ulikuwa unakaanga hapa. Siku ile nilikupata wapi?
Nje zikuaje.
Hazikwangi nje.
Tento chena ni.
Zimekuwekea hata wewe. Ziko wapi?
Kira. They are very small things.
Oh, ndio hizi. Ndio hizi.
Naona.
So ujipigie dawa. Jipigie dawa. Spray yourself, man. Hata wewe zimekushika?
Naona kama zinanitembelea.
Tunakutembelea?
Naona kama hii.
Usipigiwe dawa basi.
Unaona kama hii.
Hizo ndo zinaleta hizo vitu zote. Sasa umpigie dawa. Ukupigia dawa? Spray. Spray for him. Hata hapa nje. Hata uko nazo.
Unaona? Twingi? Twingi kweli. There are a lot here.
Okay.
Spray
him also. Guys, they are even outside here. That's what we have just recognized, that this kind of the stuff that even outside here where they're just walking. And I think we have to do something which is absolutely right at this kind of the moment and solve this kind of the issues once and for all. And for the people going to be grazing, we'll tell them that don't graze this kind of the stuff here because it's sprayed much of the chemicals. And so as you can just have... So how long does it work?
It works very fast. Within some 6 hours,
okay,
it will be okay. But the issue is one. Somebody will not enter today inside there.
Okay.
The house is too smelly.
Okay.
You know, we mix 2 conch.
Yeah. Chemicals.
2 conch chemicals.
Ona huko kwa nyumba hapo kando hivi. Ona hapo. Hapo kando. Hapo hivi. Around the house here. Hata piga tu kwa wall to rough to. Yeah.
Ano?
Hapo shakuwa tayari. Piga tu hapa rough. Yeah, guys, we are trying to cover it out. The whole section. Even me, I can hear some of the stuffs here. Are they the ones? I don't know.
They're the ones.
They're the ones? I think right now they have manipulated. Talk about they have now reproduced. Then I think by now there are so many, and that's why you see we are trying our best to make sure that we are disinfecting this kind of the whole zone. And ndani kwa wall, pia ndani kwa wall kidogo, sababu ndani sasa ndio kulikuwa hatari kuruka. Because they're going to be getting in also and talk about the wallings. Ona. Oh, sasa upige hapo mara alikuwa nakaa. This way Magabo was ever sitting here. Even the first day I got to Magabo High here. So I think even this kind of the zone is affected because I got him sitting outside here. The first day I came here.
I will try to buy gumboots.
Yeah.
I will try to have gumboots.
Or we need to come again and spray, or it's done.
Maybe, you know, in sometimes they will die, but
in a lower pace.
Some that will survive.
Okay.
You know, there's some that actually maybe the chemical will not get intact.
Oh.
So it must be repeated. We have already chemical remaining.
Okay. We'll use it, huh?
Yes.
Exactly. So guys, that's the work, and let's get it in touch, and I'll just update you what comes next from this kind of the position. Keep it tuned, keep it locked as we do it and make it happen. Coming to you in a short while. Hello, beautiful people, back again and back to the hospital a bit right here. I'm gonna be checking on 2-3 things. Yesterday, you know, the postcoms and intercoms that happened and the misery that was conjugulated into this kind of the area. But everything is possible. We're gonna be getting in to understand what's really popping out and to see is the condition still persistent or what's gonna be popping out at this kind of the caliber of the moment here. Because everything is so possible and I'm gonna be checking on what's gonna be coming out and I'm feeling a bit good to the male wards and I had today she was so responsible and everything was just getting good, but we don't have much of the time here to talk about we're gonna be doing ABC. Even if you do good, we do bad, no time. We have to make sure that everything gonna be coming out very fantastic here. I think even the room is very clean today and everything is so running good. Hello Jambo Kenya. Ya. Hapa kunaenda namna gani? Mikate?
Ndio ya mwisho
Ndio tunakula ya mwisho. Na maziwa yameisha.
Toka siku ile Robert tuliona maziwa. Toka siku ile Robert tuletea. Kuna maziwa.
Juzi jana.
Siku ile siku ilikujaga na matunda. Hawajanuliwa tena.
Sema
unaona hii mikate ni ile siku?
Si ni ile siku. Na si maziwa tulikuwa nayo. I'm asking about the milk that it was brought here and already they're finishing. Yesterday I left here some 2 breads here. They are already finished a bit and everything is going. Mambo vipi? Ayubu, angalia hapa. Sasa mambo. Guys, everything is so good here. I'm gonna be checking about the milk that was a bit brought here and understand what we're gonna be popping out. What I understand is everything is getting on good as from yesterday as we progressed with that kind of the 2-3 postquams and the interquams that were here. Right today, she's now settling down and she asked me about one thing. Nilete maziwa? Nilete maziwa, si ndio? Yeah, Ayubu is asking for milk. Ayubu. So I'm gonna be getting some of the milk because we had some of the stock here. Everybody was fearing yesterday, talking about, Gintu, how am I going to be there? She's wild. How am I gonna be serving them? A bit yesterday, you understand. If I was the one who was beaten, what about the people who will be coming here and there? So it was a bit a problem, a bit at that kind of the point. So I'm gonna be handling this kind of the matter once and for all and talk about. We have not yet left that kind of the project. Like, people are gonna be talking about, Gintu, have you left that kind of the project? No, it's not left, but things are happening so perpendicular. I want to do something called sanitization.
I come with the...
We are back. We are back. Yeah, a bit sanitizing here a bit so as we can handle much of the things in a good and there's no much of the intercoms that are going to be popping out. Robi ako wapi? Robi ameenda town? Yeah. Na jure wa the other Sabina?
Sabina yuko leo.
Ako off. Kwa hivyo ile pharmacy ikufunguliwa leo. Ama Robi anaweza access. Tuko na maziwa yetu yale maziwa. Hapana, maziwa si ni yetu, si yao. Funguo. Robi hana? Robi hana? Okay. I think about what is now popping out is the milk was stored in one of the pharmacy whereby no one could just be entering each and every time. And I've had the information that it's the owner of the hospital. She's the one who is having the key to access that kind of the room, because I said they should be placed whereby we shall be tallying and understanding how they're going to be used. It's only that this kind of the edible stuffs like bread, like bananas, like oranges, those kind of the fruits, they're the ones that are brought at this kind of the time. So a bit the person who is Robbie is the nurse who is always handling them. I think she doesn't have that kind of the key, because the person who is always with that kind of the key, the pharmaceutical person, she's an off because today is a weekend a bit. So that's what is going to be popping out. You can now see Ayub is just walking around, and it's like this is the home. and is feeling free. But when this kind of the other staffs are coming or evolving, like they should be evacuated again, going to be a little bit of a problem, and getting this kind of the young boys to a little bit of a problem now and again. And you have seen he has already adjusted with this kind of the climate and adjusted with this kind of the conditions, and also the hospital management people are just here. Everybody will understand whenever because today also I met with the OCS of Isibania, so I could just give him or give her this kind of the information on what she is now doing in terms of now we have treated this kind of disease, but what is now tangling is she's now becoming wild and a little bit mentally challenged a bit at that kind of the time. She needs to see a psychiatric person, and at that kind of the rate the OCS told me that she will speak to the management of the children, which is the children officers, and we shall sort out, because she told me that it's only two options. It's either the children will be just taken out from this kind of the family, or the mother should be subjected into the mental health issues in a way that she's going to be treated, in a way that she's going to be getting to somewhere we're going to be treated there, in a way that she should visit this kind of the facilities that offer the mental health challenges. People should get much of the treatment from there. That's what I got the information as per from now. And from that kind of the position, I don't know how you're going to be taking them, because what we are just checking here is the parents, they understand themselves, what they did, what are they for, and how are they subjected into this kind of the postcoms and the intercoms, in a way that this kind of the young children, the ones who are suffering and talking about what are going to be doing at this kind of the rate, what are going to be doing, but they don't know what to follow, and they have to follow the mother, because the mother, she is the one who is orienting them, and they have been there. You can understand, it's 2 years ago when talk about the mother of Salome went to give birth in one of the hospitals. There's a hospital that is there, a very big hospital there, a bit, and when she went there, she was so terrible. And when she gave birth, she was talking about, no, give me my son, give me my daughter, give me whatever I do have, ABC. Do you understand now, if she's going to be in such kind of a condition, how she's going to be reacting at that kind of the moment? So we have to understand it. And yesterday it was a bit like we could just give up, like, okay, let it go. And today she could not face me, because she knows what she did. She called the nurse Robbie and asked nurse Robbie that, okay, nurse Robbie, what I want to be you do, go to Ginto and tell him that that's kind of the house that they came out from. They are paying money to rent that kind of the house. And she said that what you have to do is, one, just buy some iron sheets and construct a simple structure at our compound there, and I want to live at that compound, so it will be a little bit of something else. At least we pay that kind of the 300 per month, and we absolutely get them where they were, because how we are hearing much of the things is she will do terrible things. Like today already, that kind of the box that was there, it has been taken inside, and today she has a little bit changed, not like yesterday how she was wild. And I think what causes that kind of the wildness is whereby Ayub right now, you can even access and you can do whatever you want to do, and everything's so fantastic, as you can now see this kind of the nature. So what about now getting him from that kind of the nature of Ayub and getting them back to the same position they were? It's a bit of how it is, but management cannot need us to do that, because we cannot stay here, because the management has refused that. They have to vanish. And also getting the money that we have much of the debt to pay for this kind of the hospital at this kind of the rate, it's a problem a bit also in terms of convincing them that we're going to be doing it, because I have promised them, please, 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 please. I reached at the time where we can see that Git is not giving it out, but it's not that I have not yet received that equal amount of 30,000 to raise. If you guys are going to be touched with this kind of the story of this kind of the Jiggers family a bit, we can just subject us and talk about, oh, Git, we're going to be helping, so they can just make it happen. If you're going to be touched with this kind of the story, and you can support you 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10, everything is so fantastic, and God will bless you abundantly at this kind of the rate, as you're going to be subjecting yourself and making it happen. Exactly. And guys, I appreciate and I say that thank you to this kind of the time. She's here now. I've been looking for you.
I'm here.
Hi. Today you are looking so classy. Who gave you this kind of, is it a trouser or it's something?
That's a job.
Hi, how are you? Everything is good?
Yeah.
Everything's so nice. Today, how was the impact here?
Not good, but it is good.
It's good. So today she was not like yesterday?
No, today is better than yesterday.
It's better than yesterday. So even today she eats I was asking for the milk that they were brought. Is it available still?
Yeah.
There's a milk. So can they get it, or there's no way of getting to?
They can get.
They can get. Okay. So you have the keys to access.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're gonna be getting this kind of the milk a bit, so they cannot have this kind of the postcoms again and intercoms east, west, and south. So make it happen. I think there even Ayuba has been asking me that, oh, Gintu, can you give me such kind of 2, 3 and ABCD? So it was he asking, are you going? Unaenda. But he's thinking about is he gonna be served with such kind of the milk again? So give them, because already they have consumed the bread, and if it's gonna be so possible, I can buy a bread there and give it to them. Okay. But tomorrow also we're gonna be getting back to that kind of the area and also finish up that kind of the plaster. And also today we have been even me right now, I don't know how we're gonna be talking about. I've been eaten with those kind of the stuffs. We were spraying some chemical there. My friend, I was hearing people talking about, oh, Gintu, we went there. When we came back, some of our feet, some of our fingers, they were healing and they were getting much of the problem. Even me today, I faced the law. And that is nature. And I'm going to be making sure I'm going to be sanitizing myself and making myself into same position. Keep tuned, keep it locked. Coming to you in a short while. And things are happening so perpendicular here. Agopi. Mambo Ayubu. Uko fiti? Yeah. Bring them some milk, yeah. Ayubu, fuata huyu akupatie maziwa.
Kuja tena.
Enda kupatie maziwa. Umekata? Nikuletee? Okay. Oh, tissue. Okay, yeah. Guys, keep it tuned. I'm going to be back to you in a short while after representing much of the 2, 3 things. As I'm going to be popping out and coming out from this is B41, B42 and B43. And this is just a part of the program, how it's running. Today everything was cool and fantastic. There's not much of the mayhem, chaos and any kind of the other things. Keep it tuned. I'm going to be back to you in a short while. Represent. Guys, after everything, we are just back here to the Jiggers family's construction site here. And I can now see we are now finishing it up and everything is now bulked. So we are remaining with something called the maram now. And after I've said that they're going to be compacted, it's going to be getting down, it's going to be squeezed and it's going to be compressing, it's going to be lowering down a bit. So from there now, it's going to be compacted in terms of walking on top and much more. What we're going to be remaining is to make sure that we're going to be placing the maram, and after the maram now we're going to be concreting it after every kind of the position of talk about the brick laying and much more. So as you can now see, everything that is just winding here, so the work continues and the boys are strong enough. And zimia basi muziki the muziki hapa, it's a much of Jamaican music, reasons here very much fantastic here. And everything is so fantastic. Nishikia hapa bana nikuonyesha. Ama unadhaningi mimi naleta nikuonyeshe. Sasa mimi ndo nakuanga wazimu. Mimi nakupelekea mpaka mahali inafaa iende, si ndio? Kabisa. Yeah man.
Wewe piga umefanya kazi ya pipa.
Nimenaanta bana.
Mvua.
Muhoro. Sasa. Muhoro. Ikse mwana peka lakini.
Niko nakwambia wewe bado hujapiga mboka wewe. Unaona nafikisha exact.
Inapita.
Inapita.
Yama.
Niangushe nini?
Niangushe nini?
Oh uko si ndio?
Uko down sasa.
Mbona mnaangalia bwana? Shika koreo bwana.
Umeharibu.
The work continues as normal. Wow. The other guy is leveling a bit here. Wow. one. Guys, right now you're gonna be looking a bit now bigger and larger. Yeah. So even somebody from the road can now identify and talk about, yeah, it's a good structure right now, and it's looking bigger, as you can now see from every kind of the angle. And right now it is not much of the holes that were there and representing. And what I talked about, it's gonna be, whenever you're gonna be walking here, it's gonna be compressed and it's gonna be bulking itself in a way that it's gonna be so fantastic here. Wow. So the only thing that's remaining here is just the setting of the bricks and also getting it in touch. And tomorrow, it's on Saturday, we are not doing much of the job as normal, as we understand. The only thing they're going to be coming up is on Sunday. We're going to be getting it in touch in terms of the settings, and now the house is going to be coming up like something else. So keep it tuned. I'm going to be giving you much of the things. I'm going to be getting to the hospital to check what's going to be popping out from there. I'm going to be making sure that everything is so fantastic. So we are now closing up this kind of the chapter. And I appreciate much of the people watching and also supporting us in a little bit that we're going to be having, and also talk about, yeah, let's cope up and let's make it happen to this kind of the family to get a permanent solution at this kind of the spot here. I appreciate much of the people tuned, locked in and watching. It's a bit the evening session, as we're going to be now making sure we're going to be getting to the house like chicken. I never get to 6. Chicken always getting to 6 in the... Exactly, that's what we're going to be doing here. So let's get back to the area. I think that we bado mtazitunza. Wash the tools. Kila mtu awoshe tu koreo. Yeah. Yeah. He's not hearing. He's a bit deaf, and he cannot also talk. So, but he can understand with the signs. Yeah. So I like him because I always give him some of the opportunity and the work to do here to make sure we're going to be getting a little bit of something. Yeah. I always understand. I always have each and every kind of the person, all the vulnerables. Talk about whether you are whatever you are, which can never the position you are, but you can work. I always orient you to have the work going on. So we are going to be washing much of the utensils. I'll talk about this kind of the stuff here, the tools and equipment that we have been using here, and also get them stored where necessary here. So keep it tuned, guys. Coming back from the hospital from this kind of the time, one-on-one live.